guest today is my beautiful Filipina. This video today, we're interviewing the Filipina from Filipina and the Foreigner. So we met originally online.
Mahal, I'm not in the mood to do this anymore. So what's our next topic?
I don't feel like doing any topic.
Are we going to argue this?
I'm back,
I
so,
know.
you know.
I know, I understand. It's just for the sake of video, that's it. So hi guys, we're back. So I'm trying to ask my baby love.
If I sit up, you
a
can't see
question.
me.
Yes.
I'm trying to get down. It's hard.
That's why I keep doing this and this.
I'm
Yeah.
leaning this way.
Yeah. Yeah. So I want to ask him about like was a year and a half in the Philippines a mistake.
Was a year and a half in the Philippines a mistake? Well, from my point of view, no. I really have enjoyed this immensely. I can tell you some of the pros and cons if that's kind of what you're asking me, because no, it hasn't been a mistake, because a mistake means I would regret coming here, regret my decision of being here and all that, and it's been quite opposite that. Number one, I met you before I came here. I came here and met you physically, which is very, very awesome. And then I've been able to do so many things with you. It was really nice to meet all your family as well, because you have such a nice family. And just have life experiences together, you know, with the dogs and everything like that, which were kind of like our kids at various times, all the different dogs, and visiting all these nice places. Fantastic, just totally loved it. And we're still dealing with some other things that we're trying to get finalized and so on. So totally love the weather here. Would love to see a property, like a home built on your property. She has property. I'd love to see a home actually finalized and built
It's
on
our.
that. Okay, our. I just hear so many YouTubers say you can't own the property here in the Philippines, foreigner.
Yes,
so that's
by
why I keep
papers,
saying yours,
yeah.
because technically I can't own
Yes.
it. So I say the technical answer, which is yours. So I'd like to see that happen too. I would love to be able to work from there, like not work as work, but be stationary there and then travel to other places in the Philippines and other parts of Asia. That would be my ultimate, what I would love to do. So no, in that sense of all that, no regrets at all. The only thing, what's my other thought?
So there's another question. So since you're thinking about that, so how about our financial struggle this time? Do you regret it?
That was my other point, is the financial. I couldn't remember it, she remembered it for me. This is how it works with us. I'm like, what was my other thought? And she says, that was exactly my other thought. That's the part, that's the downside, because like when we started, we were both pretty much at ground zero kind of thing and ready to build our life. But because so many things happened financially, it kind of got us now below ground zero by quite a bit. So that's the part that I don't know if it's really regrettable as such. It's just saddening, because I don't regret doing all these things that
So are you sad of coming here?
No, I already answered that. No, but I am sad about we got to try to shovel out or fill in the debt hole now, and that's kind of sad, because that takes away some of the joy. Like I noticed the last few weeks, even for myself, is like, because you feel the pressure of the money, and like you want to do this, and you want to, like for me, I want to do this for you, and I want to do something else for you, and then when we're getting something just ordinary living, I just feel the pressure of adding more debt or whatever, and like it kind of takes away a little of the joy, not the joy because you don't want to be here, but the joy of the pressure that you feel, and you can't enjoy it quite the same, because you feel like, oh no, I got to get this done, oh no, I'd like to get this done, but I gotta get this done, that sort of thing. So that's about the only real sadness there, other than also my son doesn't like the heat here, doesn't like the culture quite the same as what he grew up in, so he wants to go back. So that kind of is a little bit saddening for me too. So because I would like to see my son happy. Like who wouldn't want to see their son happy? I know you like to see your son happy, and that makes me a little sad too. So basically, those are just the two things that kind of make me a little sad, and that's not any reflection on me regretting anything. It's just that lack of money limits a lot of things, then I like to see my son happy too. So.
And one last question. Um, in the future, would you agree that you allow me to work
Allow you
to help us to, for this financial struggle?
Well, we've already discussed that without the camera, and I've always said I don't care if you work. Now, I did always qualify that by saying I really don't. I would not really love it if you were doing a position that was made us kind of split up. That you had to go here and I was left alone here, or if it made you go to your job while I was kind of left away from you. To me, that's not even much of a relationship then. It's just that you're going your way to earn the money, and once in a while we'll be able to get together when you're not working. So I said I don't really like that kind of a work environment. But as for working, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I think we could work together to make a good income.
Okay, one more last
That
question.
answers.
So this is the last question. So, as what I read in the comments in our latest video, that don't allow your Filipina have another YouTube channel. So,
That's a good
what
one,
about that? What is your opinion about that? Since
She forgot about
there's
that
a lot of Filipina who also have a foreigner, and they have both YouTube channel, and I think some of the Filipina generate more income than the foreigner. So, what is your opinion to that?
Yeah, that's a really good one. Yeah, I forgot about that. We were talking about that before the camera was on a couple of days ago when that comment showed up. And one person said, "What? You're allowing your Filipina to have her own channel?" Because we have another channel called Filipina Live, which
Yes.
we're hoping to do just lives on that channel, which I think would be a fun thing to do.
I think I will use one of our channel to, yeah, like I will make my own.
Filipina Live.
Yes.
Right?
So I will do that.
Well, and so the comments are saying you're crazy. Basically, I forget. You can go on Filipino Live and see the video where we talked about Gio's relationship splitting up from Maya. And in that comment, comment all the comments you'll see. The guy's comments say that says basically I'm crazy for letting you have your own channel. The crazy thing is that I'm the one started the channel.
Yeah, I don't have
She didn't even start it. She
a
told me
YouTube
no.
channel personally. Yes.
But I thought it would be a good channel because it would be like a live channel, hopefully doing mostly lives on it kind of thing, and just be another little avenue, a little difference. But yeah, as from my perspective, obviously I'm the one that started the channel, and I have you in mind all the time with all our channels. Like any income, we're trying to get it all set up so it just goes into her account, so I don't even get it. It goes to her. So why not? You mentioned about working, but that would be a job too, right? Depending on how much income comes in. So, and I mean, there's always that thing in the back of your mind that someone's so beautiful, you wonder, will one of the people watching her get her attention enough to snatch her away? Because that does happen. Would you not agree that does and could happen? I'm not saying just with you, but doesn't it and couldn't it happen in real life? Couldn't it happen?
It could happen to some.
That's the point.
But yeah.
But see, I trust you, and I believe in you and our relationship so much. That's why I don't mind. Like sometimes I might have a question or something about something similar, but in the end, the bottom line is I really believe her word and trust her because that's the kind of character she is. She has great character. I've grown to know that we've been together over 2 years now from our first time to meet, if you call all of it together, but physically together about 1.5 years. And I've noticed her character is very strong and true. And she's a very true person to her character. So as far as I'm concerned, the bottom line is that. And I can trust her. Whereas maybe some other people don't really have that foundation. They don't really have that solid trust thing going on in their relationship. So maybe in some relationships, yeah, it's not a good idea. But for us, I think it's going to be okay,
Just like, for example, life with Leia, Gary and Leia. Like, according to Gary, Leia You will know that Leah has her own channel and she earn more than Gary.
Yeah, that's what I've
Yeah.
heard on their channel.
And they
said
have
that.
a good, you know, they're a good couple together. Yeah, they have kids. They enjoy life together and explore. Yeah, and yeah, they're happy. Well, that's in the video. Yeah, that's what I've noticed.
Heard them say
Yes,
that,
yes, yeah. So for me, there's nothing wrong if your Filipina um, have this YouTube channel, but it's really depends on your Filipina. If you treat your Filipina good, she will definitely treat you right, like you're the king in the family. But if you don't treat her good, oh, expect that after a few months you have a replacement.
And give me an example of good and not good treating her good or not good. Some examples.
Just like when it comes to money, yeah, we don't like that. Like for a Filipina, we always help our parents, and some also they said, "Oh, why you're helping your blah blah blah? I don't want to you send money, something like that." Yeah, it's all about money, and then and also one more is the cheating issue. When you talk when you talk to some Filipina, and also when you find faults to your Filipina, yeah, that is not good.
So what's finding a fault? Like, what's an example
Just
of
like
that?
you want to control her, okay, the way you dress, the way you talk, the way you act, the way how you interact to some, like it seems like, oh, you're more sweeter the other than me, something like that, and you always find faults. Yes, because sometimes if your relationship getting sour inside the family, and then you're you're outside with your friends and your wife, and your wife interacts more to other uh, than to you, so of course you will ask her about that, why blah 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 blah. Yeah, so instead of asking that, why don't you fix and talk to her in a nice way? Yeah, and because every for me, I believe that communication is really important in the relationship. You need to talk about that. Okay, like just like for example, like um I think I like some changes, something like that. Talk in a nice way. Yes, and I think you need to be more upfront for how you feel, yeah, something like that. But don't say, don't do this, don't do that. Don't say that. Yeah, because for us, it's really give us a bad um, impact to us. Like it seems like you're controlling us, yeah, something like that.
Do you think I have a question for you. Do you think I'm of the controlling nature?
No, no, you're not like that. Yeah, you yeah, it's really from heart. You're not like that. And also just like for example, I always thankful to him because I don't mind, and I can say that I'm a nonchalant before, because
Don't care attitude.
yeah, I don't care attitude. Like I care about material things than how he feels. Yeah, yeah, just like for example, when he scraped the car, like instead of, if he didn't uh, teach me about something, like I will get more frustrated that he scraped the car than asking him, are you okay? Yeah, you know, something like that. Just like for example, the electric fan, because what I saw is like, it seems like he kicked the electric fan and
I did while I tripped. I kicked it real hard when I tripped.
like I'm more concerned on the electric fan than him. So he said, like, you know what, I feel so sad about that because you are more concerned to the electric fan than me.
At the time, it was true. She was.
Yes.
She kind of got a little irritated at me,
Yeah.
although I actually hurt myself,
Mm-mm.
and she was more worried about the fan.
Yes, yes. So I realized that he's really true. And you know what, guys? It's easy. It's easy to change ways if you both love each other. But if your Filipina is really stubborn, no, don't. Yes, just don't say anything about that. Blah 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 blah. This is my life. If your Filipina say something like that, it's all over. Yes, she will become more stubborn. Yeah, but because of, like, for example, that I mentioned earlier, like, I realized that, yeah, he's really true, and it makes me also a good person, a better person. So instead of getting mad or getting disappointed, I don't care anymore about material things. I care more for him. Yeah.
Well, it goes both ways. Like sometimes, if you're busy doing something, you often say to me, "I'm sorry, the house is such a mess." I'm like, I don't care, as long as you love me.
Yeah. Yes, and you know what, guys? Don't just if because there's like this, like, if you started getting irritated with your partner, both like man and woman, if you started getting irritated, every simple mistake is you get mad. So I think it's also a problem. Just like, for example, he loves me, and I told him, "Oh, I'm sorry, the house is no, I'm so tired and I'm not ready to. I don't clean yet." And he said, "It's okay.
And the rest
Yeah,
of the sentence is, as long as you love
as
me.
long as you love me," something like that. But if you are started getting, find something to your partner, one mistake, like, "Oh, the house is messy. What did you do? You're just lazy lying there." So.
Sounds like my previous life. Like I heard those words before.
You're so lazy sitting there doing nothing. Yeah, that's the end of your relationship. Yeah, because I guess also here in the Philippines, we always said, okay, we can fix this. We need to have what's that, counseling. Yeah, but counseling, it takes a lot of effort, and it takes a lot of realization, because if your partner is not willing to change for the better for your relationship, it's useless.
You know, in the Bible, the word counselor is mentioned in the Bible. It refers to Jesus.
Yes.
One of the names of Jesus is Counselor. He says the mighty Counselor.
Yes.
So my suggestion, and some people pick on me when I start mentioning the Bible and my thoughts about the Bible, but it comes from my heart, and I believe it's true. The Bible talks about Jesus being the mighty Counselor, and you do have problems like with a relationship in any regard. I think you should go to the Counselor, Jesus, because He is the Counselor. Now people might say, well, you need to talk to someone locally or whatever. Well, I'm not saying I'm against that, but I think you
people,
should talk to the
yeah,
counselor first.
I know that, but people sometimes people are, well, it's just human nature, mahal. They need someone who make you realize
I'm not really
and talk.
against that. I'm
Yeah.
not saying, because it says in the
Yeah.
another scripture talks about in the multitude of counselors
Yeah.
there's wisdom.
Yes.
So that's talking about people and sharing their
But
wisdom.
not all people will realize that, like, just like, for example, like I told you before, like, choose a partner that the attitude is like this. If you have a problem, you run up to God and talk to God, not to talk to someone. It's really hard to find that kind of behavior this time. No, because of social media. Like, one click, yeah, it's really hard to find that. That's why here in the Philippines, like, no matter where you are in your denomination, you always go to your pastor and ask for guidance, something like that, because it's our human nature that we need someone who can make us realize in front of you, yes, don't do this and don't do that. And it's really hard, like, if like someone to just keep praying, and yeah, Yeah, just keep praying. It's really hard to do that because I experienced struggle emotionally. I was depressed few years ago, and it's really hard. Like, I don't want to talk to someone. I don't want to talk to my friends. I stopped hanging out with my friends, and I want to be alone. And to the point that my mind is kind of, there's always, it's I always fought for my devil inside, because sometimes I lost my mind, like I want to end my life, something like that. And then to the point that every time I think about my son and also to God, I always think like, if I gonna end my life, so there's no more forgiveness anymore, so that's the end. Yeah, but not all people always realize that, because there's a lot of, especially OFW in Hong Kong, there's a lot of suicidal there, mahal. Like, they have so many problems in the Philippines, especially with family, that to not to feel the hardship, they just jump off the building. Yeah, it's really hard. So that's why it's easy for us to say that, yeah, just talk to God, but it's really hard to let someone realize that just talk to God. It's really hard. That's why,
You should do it.
yeah, you should do it.
Somewhere
Yeah.
along the way in your life, you were still calling out to God, saying, God, please help, or something, weren't you?
Yeah.
Well, that's your prayer, and God did help.
Yes.
That's my point.
Yes.
You went to the counselor, Jesus, God, and he helped you. In the end, he helped you. It doesn't mean your help always comes immediately the minute you ask, but it does come. Sometimes it is immediate. Sometimes it takes
But
a
not
while.
on but
he
not all
hears your
people
prayer.
realize that. That's why they end up to end their life. Yes. Sometimes you need someone to talk to. Just listen to them. Don't say anything. Yeah. Because sometimes I came up uh, to the point also that I want someone that I can say all my problems, all my hardship, but don't say anything. I don't need your advice. Just listen to me. I just want yeah. Okay. Just for a while. Guys, let's this is for today's video.
Phone call is
We will
put
cut.
into our video.
Yes. So don't forget to visit our website, beautifulbibylove.com. And God bless everyone. Okay.
So I have the cheers. We're wrapping up the video. Some friends in need. I think they're locked out of their apartment, so I'm spilling water all along the way here. I have 2 cheers in one hand, I have a bucket of water with the 2 cheers, and I have a bottle of water under my arm, a phone stand in this hand that you're looking at. So it's crazy. See, here we are, walking with my hands full.
Good job.
She rescued the neighbors. That's the end of our video. Can you hit the stop button?
Huh?